Welcome to Padasala. Myself Dr. V. Ramesh Babu from Kumaraguru College of Technology, working as Associate Professor in Department of Textile Technology. The module what I am going to teach is apparel quality analysis. The quality nowadays become very predominant parameter where the people are looking for high quality products. Now the market is global market, it is open market, so everywhere the quality conscious is improving. So now people are having earning power, they are ready to spend a lot of money in getting the quality products. So in earlier days the product is the main parameter, later they have shifted to very good product they need with cheap price. Nowadays people want good product as well as in less price and with good quality, and people looking for good service also. In this aspect to compete in the world market, quality is the major criteria where you have to focus on quality in developing quality clothing. People are looking for different brands, so if you want to create the brand image or brand name, we have to focus on quality. Only the quality going to bring us the brand image. So in that aspect in this module we are going to see what is the definition of the quality and what are the different inspection, and in quality in raw material where we are going to discuss fabric defects and fabric quality inspection systems, and there are various streams in garment what we are going to use like buttons, zippers, sewing thread, other lining materials and everything. So each and everything become very important in aspect of quality. So we are going to look into all the things, what are the quality problem arising and how to overcome that. So this is what we are going to discuss in this section. So quality, there are a lot of definitions in the textbook, but as simple as that, quality is conforming to standards. Very simple. There are set of standards that are going to be created by the buyers based on the customer feedback. From that standards they are going to make a quality parameters. If we are going to achieve that quality, that become quality. So in that case definition will be very simple. Quality is nothing but conforming to standards. Quality control is another different term. There are standards, we have to meet that standards, so that become quality control. Here in the quality control we are going to say, in earlier days there is only quality control system. At the end of this finishing all the product or all the garment that come to the end line, so there were people going to check and say it is good or bad. If it is good, they are going to pass to the next stage. If bad, they are going to pass to the repairing stage. So this is the quality control, but this system having drawback where the rejection percentage is going to be very high and the cost of repairing going to be very high, and meeting the deadlines also going to be very challenging task. So to overcome this problem we are moving to the next system. It is called as quality assurance. Quality assurance nothing but we are ensuring the quality at each and every process, because in earlier stage at the end we are saying it is good or bad, but here we are ensuring the quality from fiber to garmenting. So after in fiber itself we are having quality parameters, we are going to monitor and ensure that we are getting good fiber. In yarn also we are going to do the same thing. In fabric weaving also we are going to do the same thing, and garmenting also ensure that all the parameters are met in the process itself. There is a term, it's a good saying that quality should not be liquid into it, quality should be manufactured into it. So quality assurance is nothing but quality should be manufactured into the product. So to overcome that the people are moving to total quality management, that is called TQM, where everyone is committed to the quality from top management to the sweeper. So here responsibility for every person, so they cannot put a blame to some other person. So that is the TQM concept. Nowadays every industry following this aspect. So in this quality monitoring is nothing but another word called inspection, where the process measuring the qualities of the product service in terms of established standard. So inspection otherwise called as checking. We are going to check the product or garment. So there are three types of defects: critical defect, major and minor defect. Critical defect is that we cannot repair the garment, so that is become critical defect. For example, if there is a hole in the garment we cannot repair, so that become critical defect. Or some complicated operation we are doing after making the garment fully and we cannot repair that complicated operation to the original thing, so that become critical defect. It means that we cannot repair the garment. Major defect, some extent we can repair the garment, that become major defect. So in that case misplacement of label or misplacement of buttons, this and all we can easily rectify. Minor defect, the uncut thread in the garment, this kind of things become minor defect, or very slight variations in the color or become minor defect, so that can be easily rectified. These are the defect classification. The buyer going to critically see the garment based on this aspect. So there are different types of inspection: roving floor inspection, in process inspection. In this inspection the quality checker or quality QC going to roam in around the floor, and you're going to check randomly the bundles, and you're going to make note of what are the defects are occurring, and you're going to give the feedback to the production supervisor to rectify the defect. Then second one is fixed inspection, where we going to fix some fixed table in the unit or in the floor, where all the garment going to come there. That may be semi-finished or fully finished. The people going to check the garment for defects. The final inspection, the buyer QC, or in the finishing section, the people going to do the final inspection. Key point inspection, otherwise called critical point inspection. In the floor have at least 20 or 25 operations. So around 30 people going to be working the floor, each and everyone going to do the different operations. So 100% inspection, it is not possible for buyer QC to come and check 100% inspection, but here some of the components should be checked 100% because to avoid the major rejection percentage that also happening in the garment industry. The sample inspection is mainly done by the buyer QC, where if the order quantity is 10 lakh pieces, the 10 lakh pieces can be checked by the buyer QC. So you are going to make some statistical analysis that sample going to reflect the whole population of the entire order quantity. So these are the various types of inspection. So why we have to inspect? Reasons why you have to inspect: obviously to remove the defects, to minimize the future reoccurrence of the defect. That is very important. Whenever you are going to find the defect, you have to give the feedback to the production team, and they are going to rectify that. To determine the quality and the price of the fabric. So the fabric going to constitute 80% of the garment. So fabric cost is almost very major concern. If you are going to find out the defect in early stage, we can save the fabric, we have reduced the fabric cost. To supply information to the proper level of the management as the quality being produced. So this is the feedback we have to give. We have to know what is a defect. A defect is an imperfection that impairs worth or utility, or absence of something necessary, or a fault that spoils the material. So defect in the fabric is abnormality in the fabric that hinders the accessibility of the consumer. So this is the broad term. We can see in depth what are the various defects occurring in the fabric. What is the importance of fabric defect? Due to the increasing demand of quality fabric, high quality requirement are today greater, since customer has become more aware of poor quality problem. So in early days, it is a monopoly market. Whatever the manufacturer going to produce, the people have to buy. But nowadays there are huge competition in the market. Everyone becoming the manufacturing in the apparel sector. So in that case, people will buy quality product for what they are paying. So that is very critical, and to avoid rejection of the fabric, because here the fabric saving is very important. If you are going to save fabric 1 centimeter, that going to give enormous profit or savings in the garment. Pricing of fabric reduced by 45-65 due to the presence of the defects. So that is the concern. So if there is a fabric defects, that all going to be the second lot, so we can reduce the price going to be totally come down. Ultimately the company brand or image going to be increased in the customer point of view. So these are the various woven fabric defects. There are so many defects. So to name few, I am going to name few defects. One is colored flecks, knots, slubs, double end, float, reed mark, slough off, subtle smash, snarl stitches. This all defect going to happen in the weaving floor. These are the various defects occurred in the knitted fabric. There are two types of fabric. One is woven and knitted. So earlier I told about various defects in the woven fabric. Now it is a knitted fabric. These are major defects frequently going to happen in the knitted fabric: barrenness, bunching up, drop stitch, holes are crack, cross fall out, horizontal stripe, vertical stripe. So these are the defects. First we have to know the defects, then we can control the fabric quality. So in the fabric quality, these are the major issue buyer or people going to look at. So in the fabric, we have to check the count of the yarn, both warp and weft, and weight, grams per square meter we have to check, and length of the fabric in the roll. If the length is 100 meters as mentioned in the mill, that should be checked. Sometimes they will reduce the length of the fabric roll, and width is very important for mock-up planning and everything. The width of the fabric is very important. So width should be maintained to the entire cloth. And shrinkage, very concerned about the shrinkage, because the buyer going to allow only maximum 3% shrinkage. If more than 3% shrinkage, the garment measurement will not be as per the required measurement spec. And very bowing and skewing, this is a major problem. The angular displacement of warp and weft thread is called bowing and skewing. This problem is in the fabric, the garment which you are going to cut will be in the design not going to be in the proper, and obviously the color, that is very important. The color should be as per the buyer swatch or buyer lab Pantone. So the fabric inspection can be carried out into two methods. One is a manual method, and nowadays people are using machine too. So in the manual method, the people, two people going to spread the fabric and visually going to see the fabric and check the fabric for the defects. Nowadays people are using machine where we are using fabric scan. The scan, the camera automatically capture the images and detect the defect and tell us how many defects per roll. So there are different systems of inspection, that is a 4-point, 10-point, Grantable 78 system. In this we are following 4-point and 10-point inspection system. So these are the system: 4-point, 6-point, 10-point, Grantable, Dallas system. So I earlier told that 4-point and 10-point nowadays followed in the industry. Other systems are earlier developed. Dallas system they developed for knitted garment, other system having their own drawbacks, but we are going to see the 4-point and 10-point system. So this is about 4-point system, most popular system. All the buyers are requesting for this system. It is published in 1959 in the National Association of Shirt, Pajama Sportswear Manufacturer. The 4-point system also called American Apparel Manufacturing Association point grading system. Faults are scored with penalty points of 1, 2, 3, 4 according to size and significance of defect. So that we are going to see in the next slide. So this chart, the standard chart given by this association. If the defect size is 3 inches or less, the penalty point can be 1 point. More than 3 inches but less than 6 inches, 2 point, and over 6 inches and between 9 inches 3 point, and over 9 inches 4 point. This defect may be in both warp and weft way. So based on this penalty point, they are going to cumulative all the points and see per 100 yard how many defects are occurred. If defects is 40, they will pass the goods. If more than 40, they will reject. Points to be considered: 4-point, no more than 4 penalty points can be assigned to any single defect. No linear yard of meat can be contained more than 4 points regarding of the number of defects within the yard of meter. Each full width defect should assign 4 points. Noticeable and severe defects are to be assigned 4 points each yard or meter in which they occur regardless of size. Advantage of 4-point system: worker can easily understand, it has no width limitations. So that is very important. In other system there is a width limitations and very complicated too. So 4-point nowadays frequently followed in all industry. 10-point, again it is developed in 1950s. It is the oldest method. This system assigns penalty point to each defect depending on its length and whether it is in the warp ends or weft fill direction. The 10-point system is somewhat complicated because points per length vary for warp and weft defects. This method is still used some manufacturers. So here the chart, there are two tables: warp defect and weft defect. If defect is below 1 inch, the point assigned is 1, 1 to 5 inch 3, 5 to 10 inch 5, and 10 to 13 inch 10. Again, and same thing in the weft way also they given. So based on this chart, they are going to find out the number of penalty points and they are going to accept or reject the fabric. Advantage of 10-point system: mostly used in woven finished fabric, high accuracy. Disadvantage: it has width limitation, difficult in practical use. So classification of fabric after grading. So what people are going to do after inspecting, what they are going to do: fresh or first quality fabric with no major or objectionable faults. So that fabric only sent for further cutting and sewing. So remaining fabric will be a second cloth having minor defects. Fence: the cut piece of cloth measuring 90 cm and more but less than 150 cm is in the length are graded as fence. Rags: the cut piece of cloth larger than 25 cm but less than 90 cm are graded as rags. Cindies: these are the cloth having length of 25 cm or less. Why fabric to be inspected? Due to the presence of fabric defect, it has to be sold at lower prices, so even some cases as seconds, which creates huge value or loss to the company. To minimize value loss due to the variety of defect occurring in the fabric, a manufacturer should try to minimize the defect and taking suitable remedies. Now we are coming to the quality control and trims. These are the various trims are used in garment. It starts from labels, buttons, lining, wadding, elastic, sewing thread, zipper, closes, and we can add more trims, but the major trims what we are using I have listed in the slide. So labels, again labels, there are three types of labels we are using in the garment: main label, otherwise called brand or logo label, and size label, and wash care label, and very small logo label. So here you have to look into this. Why I have shown this picture is see the dimensions of the label and color used and the font and everything. So this all plays very important role in the quality. If slight variation in the color or dimensions are different and the weave what you are going to use in the label, this all you have to check in the quality aspect of the label. That's why the different variety of label are shown in the figure. So based on this buyer requirement, you have to develop the label to meet the quality standard. So this is the care label. Where we have to give clear instruction to the customer how to care the garment of the further laundering, all those things. Where the care label, there will be size, order number, style number, and what material you are using, that is 100% cotton, or if you percentage, we have to mention the percentage and origin of country. And in another half of the care label, we are given clear instruction how to wash the garment, where it is a machine wash, it has done chlorine bleach, tumble dry, or warm dry, or dry clean. So the 5 symbols is very important. So the once customer is not following this and they having some quality issues, they cannot claim anything. If they follow this and having quality claims, they can debit entire order. So this is very critical and very important for export garments. So these are various wash care symbols. Each and every symbols tell some parameters like machine wash, hand wash, at what temperature. If ironing means what temperature at keep. The dot in the ironing box mentioned that 3 dot means temperature high, 2 means less, and 1 means very minimum, and do not iron. So these are the various wash care symbol detailedly given by so many country. India having its own standard, America having its own standard. Based on this one, to develop the quality parameters for the garment. So size label, here again size label is very important. Why this diagram is shown is for dimensions, and size label mainly made by woven fabric or as well as white taffeta paper, where the black print is used to tell the size or numbers of the garment. And the placement also very important, where to place the size label. The first diagram very near to the main label in the neck, and the second diagram it's a bottoms, where you are going to place the label in the waistband, and the third type is another type. The sewing also is shown in the corner. You have to stitch the label without any deviations. So that is the quality requirement in the size label. So this is example for size label. One is made in up of woven type, another the white color shows the made up of white taffeta paper. So this is the label placement, where you have to place the main label, where you have to place the size label, where you have to place the care and logo label. So diagram clearly, there is no need for any explanation. Diagram clearly states that where exactly you have to place the label, and each and every label the buyer going to mention the measurement from where you have to keep the label. So they sometimes suppose in the shirt, in the top diagram, the C is the care label, that from bottom hem 10 centimeter above in the side seam. That kind of information given the buyer, we have to exactly follow that instruction to maintain the quality. So these are the various logo motifs where you are going to keep on sleeve or in the side seam to enhance the brand. So here also you have to look into the quality, mainly the color and the logo, the design of the label, everything. So here the functions of lining. For stiffness we are adding, for shape retention, avoid transparency, fitting, and consumer going to look lesser, smoothness, and it is should not be crinkled. So these are the things you have to look into the lining. So laces, these all trims. Here the laces we attach in the sleeve or neckline or somewhere else. So in that case we have to see the design of the lace and dimension of the lace and the strength aspect of the lace when we are considering putting in the garment. Braid. So nowadays we are using some braided thing for putting the cord in the garment or in the back pleat to enhance the appearance. So there we have to look in the quality of thickness of the braid and size of the braid. Elastic is very critical trim in the garment, because if this elastic is more stretchable, then the measurement or the comfort will not be there, it is very unstretchable, again the problem going to arise. Main point to discuss in the elastic is shrinkage of the elastic. The shrinkage of the elastic should be measured well advanced. Based on the shrinkage percentage, you have to grade the pattern to make a correct fit garment. On sieving thread, we are using in the garment to make stitches and seams. So in this, the tensile property of the sieving thread, where you have to measure the sieving thread tensile strength and elongation, all the things. And friction of the thread is very important, because thread is passing through various guides and needles in the sieving machines, where it is directly in touch with metallic high speed moving parts. So that going to break the sieving thread. So for that we have to add lubrication oil in the sieving thread. That aspect has to be checked. And passage of thread through the needle eye. So when the thread is imperfect thread, or thread having frequent thick and thin places, in that case that thread cannot pass easily through the needle eye, so the thread going to be break. And thread should be very free from knots and falls. And durability also very important. After sieving, the garment is going for laundering. In laundering, the sieving thread should withstand that force. In buttons, these are the various parameters we are going to check: the color fastness of button, and we have to check the color of the button also, because even though we are dyeing in the dispersed dyes, it has to be dyed to match to the garment. Means that if the what is the color of the garment, if it is red, means the button also will be red in same color. And we are going to see the compressive strength, where we are going to apply the force on the button and see in what extent the button stable. Durability, heat resistance, impact strength, mildew resistance, tensile strength, water resistance. These are the common testing carried out for button. These are the various types of buttons. So each and every button having their own quality aspect. If suppose if you go for shell button, very weak button, where we are going to make the button from coconut shell, the frequent breakage will be happen in the buttons. So these are the aspect we have to check, whether it is 2-hole or 4-hole or what type of button. So here you can see 2-hole button, 4-hole button, and stitches in the button, and snap button, shank button, necked button, so everything. So each and every button, the machinery going to be vary, and the type of sieving thread going to be vary, and the quality what we going to look vary. So we have to keep in mind this many trims are there, and each and every having different quality parameters. So jibber, this is used for closing the garment. Either we can use buttons. If we cannot use the buttons, then we are going for jibber. The jibber, very important quality aspect is we have to check the slider and the pull tab. The pull tab frequently break, we have to check the strength of the pull tab, and it is smoothly sliding over the tooths. And the tape is made up of woven polyester twill fabric, and the tape also colored to be matched with the base fabric, dyed to match. And there is a bottom stop and top stop that should be very secured, otherwise puller going to come out of the jeep. Apart from this, there are so many closes. These are the closes: hook and eye, that is used for ladies blouse; hook and bar, that is sometimes used for men's trousers; velcro, that we are using for children's garment; rivets, that we are using in jeans for rain enforcement; eyelets, where we are going to use some types of cards, then we need eyelets; studs and shoulder pads. So these are the raw material we are using for apparel or clothing, and each and everything should be inspected thoroughly for quality. So at the end of this topic, we have seen so many quality parameters for the apparel. So we have started with the quality definitions, and where we have discussed what is quality control, and what is quality assurance, then TQM. So these are the various systems or quality implemented in the garment industry. Then we have looked into the what are the inspection, what is inspection, what are the various types of inspection, where we are seeing 6 or 7 types of inspection, and need for inspection. Then we have come to the quality control and raw material, where 2 aspects were discussed. One is fabric, otherwise trims. In the fabric we have discussed various fabric defects, and what are the various systems like 4-point, 10-point system to inspect the fabric. And in quality control in trims, we have seen various trims used in the fabric like labels, buttons, sieving thread, and wadding material, lining material, and each and every material having their own quality parameters, and what are the various quality parameters looking how to inspect that.